Доброго дня, дорогие друзья. С вами снова я, Александр. Вы на моем канале Алекс Киз. И мы с вами снова заходим в потрясающий мир The Outer Worlds. Поехали. Вчера мы с тобой так выполняли всякого разного, там побочки в основном. Предложили нам заняться уничтожением инопланетян. Хотя я на самом деле не знаю, то ли это какое-то сумасшествие Лили и Хаген, то ли это все-таки действительно к чему-то приведет интересному. Ну, посмотрим. Потому что к интересному приведет это 100%. Вопрос в том, что найдем мы такие инопланетян или не найдем. Как ты думаешь, найдем или не найдем? Я вот не знаю даже, что и думать. Так, я еще, знаешь, так немножко... Ух ты, как он выглядит, посмотри, круто. Какая броня у него классная. Я бы тоже себе такой хотел. Я вот с этим товарищем не поболтал толком.
Why place your faith in automechanical sentries when you can place a high-quality weapon in your own two hands? What can I help you find? Why, to defend their property, of course.
50-bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it. Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise. Only because we make it so. It is only the fear of the well-armed Byzantine that keeps the rabble at bay. One can never be too well-armed. Who knows when the hordes may hurl themselves at our gates?
Ну ладно, допустим. Так, только что-то я это, знаешь... Еще раз, давай взглянем на твои товары. Может, все-таки что-то интересное для меня найдется. 26 уровня агрегаты. Так, надо посмотреть, какого у меня уровня агрегаты. У меня тоже 26-го, но прикол-то в том, что находил я его не такого высокого уровня. Так, и, допустим, штурмовая с тяжелыми меня дает 898. Ну, короче, 900. 900 с легкими 740 и 250 с плазменными. 900, 740, 250. Запомнили. Давай посмотрим, что тут у нас теперь есть. Так, пушки. Смотрим сначала тяжелые патроны, наверное. Ну, да, вот, допустим, легкие. 740, тут 695. Но при этом его можно будет легко качнуть выше, на самом деле. Вот эту пушку. Так что, черт знает, черт знает. Тяжелые теперь. Смотрим. Ну, вот это 900 даст маловероятно. И это примерно то же самое, да. Ну ладно, это все ерунда тогда. Пойдем дальше, походим по городу, посмотрим, что тут вообще есть. It's Spacer's Choice. Па-ба-бам. Buy now. Что тут я могу buy now сделать? Шоковое орудие. Плазменный карабин. Длинноствол. Так, где торговый автомат, я не понял. А, вот они. Ну, это то же самое, что ли? А, нет, смотри, какая-то крутая броня есть, интересно. Но это дает штрафы, к сожалению. Я не хочу броню со штрафами брать. It's Spacer's Choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Я, наверное, всегда буду это петь, да? Так, 26 Арамид Баллистикс есть. Средняя со взломом. 16 уровня. А что у меня есть? Что на мне надето? 17 уровня 30. Тоже Арамид Баллистик, но уклонение. В принципе, я, наверное, могу купить вот эту штуку со взломом. Бонус к взлому — это все хорошо. Давай вот такую возьмем все-таки. Где-нибудь ее в ближайшем месте качнем.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Интересно. It's Spacer's choice.
Oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Ты сам просто себя сдал.
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Министерство исторической достоверности и морали. Это шикарно.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course. Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But
Значит, там что-то прячут некоторые товарищи.
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Что-то мне подсказывает, что это правда.
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. Therefore, my, research. Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes. Positively marvelous. Those early years truly were the golden age of Halcyon. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back. Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Fonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye. Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated, and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract. She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa. So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory's still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda. She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold. Something else? I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Ну, давай займемся сразу этим квестом. Чего тянуть-то тут? Ну, тем более мы как раз рядом с местом его выполнения, да? Так, давай посмотрим, какие у меня тут навыки, какие бафы. От парвати к убеждению. И к инженерии должно быть. Причем инженерию бафают и Элли, и парвати просто дико. Ну ладно. Так, я хотел квест же взять, да. Вот мы и в тоннелях, в которых, как говорят, возится куча странных созданий. Служебные сторожевые дроны. И вообще, черт знает что. Удачно очень у нас тут верстак. Итак, мы модифицируем вот эту вот броню на самом деле. 26, у меня 30. Так, стоп. А вот, например, если работать, сколько денег уйдет на эту? 900. А на вот эту всего 47. Ну, короче, да, действительно выгодно вкладываться в нее. Что мы можем поставить? Так, броня. Лучевой. Электрический. Ну, давай попробуем вот к лучевому добавить, да? Все-таки это самая такая крутая модификация. Так, здесь навыки общения. Хотя на самом деле что-то надает. Общение, лидерство. Ну, давай, да. А тут грузоподъемность, либо дальность. На самом деле я не понимаю, зачем вообще эта дальность нужна. Думаю, в каких вообще практических ситуациях это возможно использовать. По-моему, ни в каких. А вот грузоподъемность все-таки да. Это практика. Итак, мы сделали вот эту штуку. Она теперь у нас лучше. И мы ее сейчас еще и прокачаем. Так, давай вот так сделаем, чтобы я не путался, и у меня отображались вообще все усовершенствования. Я думаю, мы сейчас уровня до 30-го-то запросто ее можем качнуть. Ну, хотя, в принципе, пока хватит. Дальше уж как-то слишком дорого это все. Брони 42 мне более чем достаточно будет. Как я полагаю. А вот шлем можно качнуть. Шлем хороший. Если будет сильнее защищать, это будет еще шикарно. Ну ладно, пусть будет 20-го. Из оружия что могу качнуть? винтовку, например, за 2000. Так, плазменную надо качать. Ну вот как-то так примерно. Ладно, примерно так. Давай переоденемся сразу. Наденем нашу новую броню. Неплохо, кстати, вполне. Хорошие бафы от нее. Ну, хотя броню, может быть, еще какую получше найдем. Посмотрим. Ну и побежали, побежали. Наверное, давай с дробовиком. Тут у нас тесное помещение. Дробовик должен быть, кстати, в таких ситуациях. Локация, я должен сказать, весьма атмосферненькая такая. Я реально должен за ними бегать? Ага, собрал. Молодец. Бегать за крысами. Это шикарный квест, конечно. Это не наша клиентка. Наша клиентка вон там. Я поймал ее или не поймал? Да блин. Слушай, я, по-моему, еще никогда не видел квеста, где бы нужно было бегать за крысами. Капец, у меня 4000 патронов для легкого оружия. Я вообще ими не стреляю, собираю. Так, сюда мне явно не надо. Но полагаю, что в принципе квестов вот в этих помещениях будет более чем достаточно. Он будет нас атаковать или нет? Так, как-то ему, по-моему, вообще насрать на это легкое оружие. Да, вот от энергетического валится в момент. Вау. Нормально, справились. Хотя, слушай, боты здесь вот эти, они уже намного сильнее, чем те, которых мы встречали раньше. Тут как какие-то работники, смотри, какое-то производство, что ли? Что за СДПА, мне интересно. СДПА. Ага, тут проход есть вот такой. Все, осталось мне буквально парочку этих шпрыз найти.
Professionals.
Но и крыс тут разведется после этого. Хотя, я не понимаю, для чего нужно тут нападать на людей. Это явно какая-то тайна. Так, где тут эти крысы-то, я не пойму. Куда мне идти? Ага, одна здесь была, я не заметил. Вторая где-то там. Стоп, а куда здесь идти? Вообще идти некуда. Очень любопытно, однако. Нужно дальше исследовать тоннели и идти куда-то в том направлении. Пролазов тут никаких нет. Но вот тут есть проход. Да, правильно иду. Скорее всего, где-то тут. И тут уже у нас много убитых, истребленных истребителей. Тут тоже закрыто, да? Нет, смотри-ка, можно вскрыть. Что это за дверь такая? Какой-то очередной вход. А куда вход? Вот в чем вопрос. Может быть, я нашел вход куда-то в интересное место, нужное нам по квесту, например. Так, куда это ведет? В Византии. Нет, просто в Византии. Ну ладно, это не принципиально, значит. Вау. Не ожидал я такого увидеть, конечно. Огромная шпрыса.
I was hoping we could bring him home. You'd let me have a giant sprat, right, Captain? So long as I fed it?
Зачем тебе порвать эта гигантская шпрыса? Скажи, пожалуйста. Спроси, сколько она сожрет, и он до людьми будет кормить. Так, я здесь был уже. Ну все, побежали назад. Думаю, сюда, в эти тоннели, мы еще не раз вернемся. Будем тут исследовать, исследовать и исследовать. Но квест мы выполнили, это хорошо. Так, нужен мне верстак? Нет, скорее всего, не нужен. Ну что, нашел я твоих крыс?
Any luck finding my sprats? Truly? Why, this is marvelous! And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn! I'm never letting you out of my sight again! Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
Прекрасно. Прекрасно, прекрасно. Так, я должен на секундочку буквально отойти, так что извини, скоро вернусь. Итак, я вернулся. Продолжаем. Так, все нормально. Продолжаем. Давай пойдем дальше по городу, потому что... Так, куда мне? Мистер Кларк. Министр Кларк. Он... Так. Я на самом деле просто прогулился по городу.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is.
Don't I ever, my dear fellow. Why, I spent... My dear fellow, you've no idea how...
Ух ты. Тот случай, когда я подумал, что поторопился с покупкой брони и ее усовершенствованием. Ну да, в принципе, там не настолько важно это. Я думаю, мы еще найдем что-нибудь хорошее по ходу дела. Я малость заплутал, потому что я не понял вообще, куда я зашел. В какой район города? Зачем?
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness! Ruth Bellamy? I simply adore you.
А что это за место такое? Odeon Pictures? А, это мне, типа, сюда надо на пробы, да?
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store.
А это, судя по всему, самый богатый район Византия.
Sure, they look fancy, but inside they're just marble and existential emptiness. There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Кстати, а чё это я не переодену, например, Парвати? Да, так она однозначно лучше выглядит. Посмотри, какая крутая. Вау.
Something on your mind?
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
Ну давай будем действовать так, как она просила.
There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. He's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
Нормально.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Да.
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind. I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Да. Очень... Как бы это сказать-то помягче. Уникальные люди. Жуть вообще. Даже ее жалко немножко.
I need a word.
Да я понял, хотел с тобой пообщаться как раз.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moon base. Or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Это мы можем.
Something on your mind?
Ладно, пойдем дальше. Если будем проходить мимо, обязательно зайдем. Так, что тут еще есть? Какое-то запертое поместье, очевидно. Ага, а мы можем отпереть. Но мне пока сюда не надо. Я пока не хочу идти по основному сюжету. Акрополис Дистрикт. Но сюда меня, скорее всего, даже не пустят. От слова совсем. Лучше даже пока не лезть. Я, как обычно, буду пока разбираться с сюжеткой, исследовать этот город, потому что тут очень много еще всего, чего я не видел. Плюс нам надо заявиться как-нибудь будет на кинопробы.
How splendid. Another Rumley's wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Про что вообще я не понял.
Forgive me if my manners don't live up to the standards of an interloper who accosts total strangers in their own neighborhood. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness. I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see. I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
Да.
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list. Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time. You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee? What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse. The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest and most inefficient workers a chance to live in Byzantium. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there.
Что-то с этим не так
Tell me,
однозначно.
how is that fair?
Что это за район такой? Почему он закрытый?
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you? Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... Let's call it social capital.
Да, потрясающий, конечно, персонаж. Настолько высокомерный, насколько это в принципе может быть. Звезда буквально. Просто потому, что ее дедушка кем-то там был. Таких довольно много. На самом деле, в этом основной, наверное, принцип капитализма, который...
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Окей, я ухожу. Так суть-то в том, что, в принципе, этот принцип стараются продвигать. И чем дальше, тем сильнее расслоение. То есть социальные лифты, чем дальше, тем работают все меньше и меньше. И, соответственно, те, у кого деньги и власть, стремятся сделать так, чтобы, если ты родился, условно говоря, в хлеве, чтобы ты там прожил всю жизнь и там же и помер. А если ты родился во дворце, собственно, аналогично. И перебраться из хлева во дворец тебе не светит никогда.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art, culture, working toilets?
I'm sure other colonies are similar.
Вау, нашел какой-то бар, смотри-ка. Даже не ожидал.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
Голубокровная Мэри, забавно.
Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there.
Автоматический ассистент по опьянению. Вообще шикарно.
Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. My automechanical assistant does all the work for me. Oh, by all means, ask away. I don't believe in work. Work is for automechanicals and lower classes. I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. Why bother? We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment. Maverick Johnston's about to release his new picture. From what I hear, they've already started shooting.
Ну да, мы с ним уже встречались на самом деле. Он пригласил на пробы, надо туда сходить будет.
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Yep, you're looking at the Minister's newest personal guard. Right here.
Это я тебя удачно нашел. Сейчас мы из него что-нибудь вытянем. 100%.
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks.
Прекрасно. То есть сейчас ты можешь ходить в туалет только с разрешения, да? Еще. То есть ты даже вообще не можешь ходить в туалет до того, как твоя смена закончится. Прекрасно. Хоть обоссысь на смене.
Oh, he's medium height with like medium colored hair and like a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters. Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's very important. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Я знаю Парвати.
Sure have, cause today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
Конечно.
Here's to me. Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Че, серьезно? У меня нет спектральной. Жестко.
Oh, maybe they got some at the bar.
Да, сейчас я тебя принесу. Так, где у нас... Вот он. Дай мне водки. Ты.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
Подожди на секундочку, я должен отвлечься. Ясно. Названивают тут на телефон всякие. Так, подожди. Я ж хотел тебе водки купить спектральной. Сколько тут? Где она? Вот спектральная водка. Давай прям штучек 5 мне про запас.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before? It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Да давай еще выпьем-то, ты чё?
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't
Да ладно, это ерунда.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that.
Дурак, конечно, тот еще.
Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Да ладно, тошни на здоровье. Так, я чё? Я походу выполняю... Так, все, он отъехал в мир иной. Ну, в общем, да. Мы нашли ключ, да? Чисто случайно, причем зашли в бар и... И сделали сюжетный квест частично. Ну, пошли дальше теперь. Что у нас тут есть?
sure
Так,
have
мне
seen
не
a lot
сюда
of the
надо.
colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space?
Look,
I tell
it's
you.
just Ellie.
The thought in our contract says
BNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
It's Spacer's Choice. Так, сейчас, значит, мы в страховую компанию сходим для начала. Единственное письмо в этом почтовом ящике адресовано филиалу страховой группы Великий Алкион в Фолбурге на планете Монарх.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
В Фолбрук надо сходить? А, точно, там же страховой агент был. Помнишь, мы к нему заходили, но тогда смысла в этом никого не было. Ладно. Так, теперь мне нужно одежду для Парвати найти. Давай тоже это прямо сейчас сделаем. Как раз тут недалеко у нас магазин одежды. Может быть, себе там какую-нибудь броню найдем. Если там продают, конечно, броню вообще. Так, как мне подняться на этот второй этаж? Ага, вот тут лестница есть. It's Spacer's Choice. Слушай, как она мне приелась, а? В смысле, въелась в мозг.
Remember that stranger I saw in the square?
Вау.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
With the hips? Это ты мне или Парвати?
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. Ah, Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs. Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me? Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me. Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
No tall shoes, though. I mean it.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job. Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Love. That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you. There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
А почему торговля не началась? Глюк, что ли?
If I do somehow drop dead in here, promise me you'll drag my corpse somewhere with monsters.
Обязательно.
What can I do for you, darling?
Вот, наконец-то мы зашли туда, куда надо. Давай смотреть, что тут имеется у них. Офигеть, какая защита, посмотри, 84. 84. Жесть. Жесть. Неплохие тут вещи продают. Я думаю, действительно, я уже поторопился с броней-то. Тут можно было получше взять. Ну ладно. Побегаем пока с этой. А, надо с ней поболтать.
I can't. What can... If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker. For you, anything. Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please. I'm not some common button monger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable. You're very welcome.
Хорошо, не зря я сюда зашел. А, надо же порвать и пообщаться, видимо.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary. scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
Так, окей.
I've always loved that sculpture.
It's an art.
Такое впечатление, что я, с одной стороны, уже все обошел, а с другой стороны, еще нигде не был. Это очень странное ощущение. Вроде бы такой большой город, а вроде бы и не очень.
You, sir, are a fabulous negotiator.
Тут я уже был.
Oh, don't get me started, my dear fellow.
Бюро исследований. Зачем мне бюро исследований? Так, давай посмотрим, чего у нас еще в этом городе можно. Министр Кларк-то ясно. Пенсионный район. Odon Pictures. Давай все-таки сходим на эти прослушивания или как там, пробы.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Johnson is the finest director in Hollywood.
Spacer's Choice опять. Так, ну, кстати, мы же там все время покупаем одну вещь, которую ты знаешь.
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
My cousin's in pictures. That business makes piracy look civil.
If you could just leave me back at the ship, I'm sure there's something ought to be fixing now.
Да ладно, ты не стесняйся, все нормально.
Great, you made it. Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. See, I knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
27 уровень. Весьма и весьма неплохо. Давай сохранимся перед этим. Качнем себе левел. Во что вкладываться? Во что вкладываться? Давай в науку. Как-то так.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
Реклама даже и тут.
Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too... Oh, sorry. I already said that.
Are we on camera now? Because I really don't care to be.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us. see you haven't changed a bit, Steel. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher.
Кто пишет им диалоги, мне интересно, какой дебил.
Now, and at last my day for vengeance has come. I just got chills. But still, you'll not stop me now. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma. Oh, but there's nothing you can do. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers because this is the end for you. Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut. That was interesting, kid. Real novel take. Let's take 5.
Whatever he offers you, ask for more.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me. Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got to review your footage before we make a final decision, though. Look, sometimes you just gotta wait for your break, you know? Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Так, что-то пошло не так. Типа им не понравилось. Давай-ка, знаешь, что попробуем переиграть. Что будет, если мы попробуем переиграть? Так, ну, как и положено, вот сюда 3. Сюда парочку. Сюда парочку. И куда еще 3 очка вложил? Скажите мне, пожалуйста. Я не помню. Сюда, наверное. Все, сейчас здесь по F5. И идем еще раз разговаривать.
Well, all of with They are? What an unexpected twist.
Can I shoot someone? Wait, are we the good guys or the bad guys? Doesn't matter. I want to shoot someone.
Do you remember the last? Hey, I didn't write this. Just go with it. I had you surround. I've been waiting for. Yes, even you are power. I have this whole port once. Speechless. I hope you. You're not even taking this. I refuse to work like this. I've done Aether Wave spots for. To the break room, everyone. I need.
Cut. That was interesting, kid. Real novel take. Let's take 5.
Hey, listen, Here, take this for making the trip.
Похоже, разницы совершенно никакой. Что ты там выбираешь? Так что ладно, пофигу. Все, мы закончили здесь. Я думал, будет какое-то продолжение интересное, типа там Я не знаю. Типа участие в съемках какого-нибудь нового боевика в роли Арнольда Шварценеггера. Хотя нет, сейчас Арнольд Шварценеггер снимается в таком трэше, по большей части, что... Не, ну я имею в виду, конечно, не вообще все фильмы, последние, в которых он играл. Там были хорошие фильмы. Я имел в виду исключительно последнего Терминатора. Это такое говнище лютое, что... Не дай бог вообще. Отвратительный фильм. Так, а куда мы теперь-то пойдем? Пенсионные районы смотреть можно. Ева... Черт. О, да, вот это посмотрим. Интересно, кстати. Это на другую планету, это на другую планету. Это вообще по всем планетам надо бегать. То есть у меня сейчас здесь еще 3 квеста есть. Ага, я ушел с другой стороны. Ну, отлично. Побежали теперь искать эту Еву. Потому что там может быть что-то интересное, однозначно. В 104 метрах от нас.
Nice thing about traveling with the captain. We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
It's Spacer's choice. Сколько раз ты еще от меня это услышишь, мне интересно. Я бы хотел с этим доктором пообщаться на самом деле. Что он нам не скажет? На все заявления про инопланетян. Стоит ли мне ее убивать? Это то, о чем я думаю. Она где-то внизу. То есть нам нужно еще найти проход. Понимаешь? Давай смотрим тут все. Двери открываются? Нет, эти не открываются. А те? И те не открываются. А эти? Запечатаны. Весьма-весьма любопытно, я тебе скажу. А, так вот же терминал у нее. Слушай, там упоминались какие-то инопланетяне, но я просто не знаю. Под инопланетянами, как я тебе уже и говорил, можешь понимать самих людей, которые прибыли с другой планеты. Так что тут... Мне кажется, нас кто-то дурит.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen. My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please. I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you still want to shoot me, at least it'll be for an accurate reason. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. Exactly. If colonists know we can't feed them or protect them, they'll begin to wonder why they need us at all.
Идеальная ситуация.
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
Mm-hmm.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
I try not to, at least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
Так, убивать мне, конечно, ее не хочется. Все-таки она этого не заслужила. Давай попробуем первый вариант.
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? What kind of scientist would I be if I held to a promise like that? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Ну, если хочешь сам живым остаться, тогда да.
You sure have an inflated sense of self-importance, but that doesn't make you wrong. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
Так, а что у меня в дневник добавилось? Ну, там, скорее всего, надо будет иметь ложь как минимум 100, чтобы убедить ее. А сколько у меня ложь сейчас? 72 за счет Элли. Надо будет взять помимо Элли еще Ниоку. Она там тоже даст порядка 17-20. И тогда шансов будет побольше, наверное, немножко. Ну, в общем, ладно. Вроде бы мы решили ситуацию наиболее удачным способом. Потому что этот доктор, скорее всего, нам пригодится каким-то образом. Ничего интересного здесь нет. Ладно, пойдем отсюда. А с другой стороны, сейчас подумал, там может быть убеждение, нужно будет 100 иметь, чтобы ее убедить. Черт его знает. Надо будет туда съездить, посмотреть, что из этого выйдет. Так, смотрим далее. У меня квест. Это не здесь, это не здесь. А это куда не предложит? Угу, ну ладно. Так. Думаю. А вот с этим куда нам нужно? А, наверное, это надо будет вернуться на безнадежный. Ну давай вернемся на корабль.
Crew report. Nyoka is drunk. Surprise.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work.
Что там Ньока опять натворила?
Job assessment. It's a mess. Begin cleaning cycle? Say yes, no, or later. This unit is not registered to translate words in the Canid language.
Нехило же она набухалась, чтобы так уснуть. Да.
I've adjusted the spice containers to optimize the flow.
Like what I did with the place?
А где у нас викарий? Что я его не заметил. Подожди. То есть мне по этому квесту, ты мне говоришь, надо выйти? В программе через терминал. Ну ладно. А, я понял. Вспомнишь, когда мы в самом начале сюда пытались пройти? Да. Тут было закрыто. Какой-то пенсионный район. Что это за пенсионный район? Зачем сюда свозят всех людей?
To the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's deluxe Falscowood collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injuries, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you, although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit. So relax, grab a refreshment from one of our vending machines, and enjoy our specially constructed welcome center. While you're here, be sure to check out the displays for some fun facts about the early retirement program and selection process. Then, once you're ready, enter the elevator at the end of the hall and leave your troubles behind. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the
Наконец-то я узнал, что такое ВОК. Это Всеобщая оборонная корпорация.
rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive,
У меня пока ощущение, что здесь этот район не просто так был построен для того, чтобы дать определенной горстке людей, случайно выбранных, какие-то привилегии, а для того, чтобы... Ой, извини. А для того, чтобы проводить на них, скорее всего, какие-то эксперименты. Ну, мне пока так кажется.
Some assembly required. 24/7 furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigation.
Из этого письма однозначно ясно только то, что в случае смерти, травм и так далее, компания не несет никакой ответственности. Вся ответственность лежит на сотруднике. В принципе, сотрудник имеет право отказаться от жизни в роскоши, только я сомневаюсь, что кто-то от нее отказывается. Ну, посмотрим.
After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet?
Да, по-моему, тут все пришло в такое говнище, что мы сейчас будем в шоке.
Oh, no.
Как бы да.
Unexpected noise identified sweeping the area.
Хрена себе, я такого не ожидал.
Make him regret it. We're gonna stop and salvage this, right? This would have made a great arena match. What a waste.
Давай осмотримся сначала здесь. Потом пойдем дальше. Ну, в общем, у меня пока предположение все то же, что людей сюда везде просто на бойню. Почему, как только мы вошли, сразу вылетели со всех сторон эти дроны и начали шмалять? Вот тоже вопрос большой. То ли какой-то сбой произошел, то ли все так и было задумано. Пока непонятно совершенно. Spacer's Choice, блин. Так, мне что-то взлома не хватает. Сколько у меня взлом? 63. Мне сейчас надо шлем надеть там на науку, да и все. У меня же вроде был шлем, который дает взлом. Все равно не хватает, что ли? Да, слушай. А, ну еще смотри, у меня же есть бафы на интеллектуальные способности. Вот, показатели разума. Теперь я могу зайти в служебные тоннели. Ну окей, после посмотрим, что там есть в этих служебных тоннелях. Дроны пока меня не атакуют. Это, наверное, потому что я их отключил.
What do you think you're doing? Suspicion levels minimal. process in lockpicking is illegal. What do you think you're doing? Suspicion level reset.
Ухудшил репутацию в коллегии, почему-то своровав полицейскую броню. Очень странно, очень странно. Как бы мне на репутацию в коллегии, в принципе, и наплевать. Да я пока вроде ничего и не узнал. Я узнал, что там почему-то людей убивают. Собственно, я так полагаю, это все-таки в первую очередь место для того, чтобы избавиться от неугодных. Их туда заманивают и в расход. Теперь надо найти дорогу до этой барышни.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix. You don't much like me, huh, Dr. Ellie?
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
It's just... you seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me?
You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating? I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going well, I hope. What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose of the rabble? That's brilliant. To take the most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Oh, I'll never doubt the wisdom
Надо было
of the
тебя
board
туда
again.
отправить.
Why, I had no reason to be envious at all. What a relief.
Такая тварь, что даже...
And how else would I react? A vagrant such as yourself couldn't possibly appreciate the emotional burden this news has lifted from my shoulders. But regardless of your ignorance, I promised you a fee for your services, so a fee you shall have. I suppose that would be appropriate. Very well. Treat yourself to an extra bowl of sprat stew or something. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fully bask in it. So if there's nothing further...
Не знаю, что хочется сделать. Просто проверим, что будет, если я это сделаю, да? Да ничего не будет. Нет, будет. Ну ладно. Тогда не будем. Хотя я думаю, это можно организовать. Просто засесть где-нибудь повыше, подальше. Потому что тварь, она ужасная. Так. С министром Кларком. Ну что, давай сохранимся все-таки, сходим к министру. Интересно, что там будет. Я думаю, там это не шибко продвинет наш сюжет далеко. И мы сможем дальше заниматься своими другими делами. Что я не так опять сделал? Подожди. У меня же есть ключ, я все нормально зашел просто. И все, он меня не останавливал, даже не собирался останавливать. Я подумал, что все нормально, он взял меня, атаковал, идиот. Давай пообщаемся с ним, наверное, тогда.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here, or... That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Sure you are. And what is it you're delivering today?
Так, заберите в СДПА посылку для министра. И куда это мне надо? 102 метра. В принципе, можем сбегать запросто.
You and your pen pal seem to be getting along.
Don't make it small. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
Whoa, take it easy. Didn't realize you were so wrapped up.
You're doing it again.
А, он взял и ушел. Какой молодец.
What? Guess I'm seeing things.
Okay. Gosh, that's clever.
Отлично. По-тихому и без проблем, хотя можно было там и пошуметь бы.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating?
There's nothing to see. Yeah? Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
И вот мы попали в резиденцию министра Кларка. Давай смотримся, интересно. Охранников куча. Мне нужно к самому министру. Я полагаю, этого министра можно будет просто хлопнуть, если при желании большом. Ну, это при желании, конечно. Не скажу, что у меня пока такое желание есть. Надо сначала с ним пообщаться.
How did you get in here?
Министр, привет.
You. You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
Идиот.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to make you tea?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time. Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. They're rather dirty. There are also rumors of sprat infestations, faulty automechanicals, and other unsavory hazards, if that sort of thing bothers you. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. Wait. Brockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Brockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their intervention. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Интересно. Интересный поворот, на самом деле. Я ожидал тут... Ну, не знаю даже чего. Встретить скорее врага, а тут заключенный. Вот так вот все у нас оборачивается, видишь? А можно было просто залезть через балкон при определенной сноровке. Тоже как вариант, да. Так, ну, знаешь, что мы сделаем с тобой перед тем, как? Мы съездим на первопроходец и сходим к Лилии. И еще закончим задание по Рвате. Как-то так. А после этого уже мы, думаю, серию завершим. Да, они про футбол, про этот свой.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
Ну да, она, в общем-то, права. Так, кстати,
Oh, Captain, you see those fine clothes Miss Jolliker made for me? I ain't never owned anything so fancy in my life.
Кстати, у меня есть эта одежда-то? Может быть, это у меня в снаряжении где-то в квестовых предметах? Ну, не знаю, ладно, неважно. Я думаю, сейчас нас не убьют в субсвете, то... Дело прошло хорошо.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
What a surprise. Seems we're no longer wanted here.
Ну и ладно. Ай, блин, я понял. Нужно на корабль назад сходить. И там с ней поговорить. Ой, уж эти проблемы. Я-то думал, надо сюда прийти. А там, видишь, у них все. Все сложно.
A reminder to all crew members. There is only one toilet on the ship.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go. Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person. Captain.
We'll get the kitchen back to you soonish, promise.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
То есть нас так ненавязчиво выдворяют с собственного корабля, представляешь? Кошмар. Кошмар.
Crew report. Nyoka is drunk. Surprise.
Okay, Captain, she's gone. damn near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, "Wow, new soap?" And I was like, "Yeah, rose-ish." Turns out it tickled her nose. Oops. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! And then she sneezed again, on account of the flowery soap. We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that. It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met June Lay at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Ну, отлично. Прошли персональный квест «Порвать». Ну-ка, 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 ну-ка. Ух ты, смотри. Красиво, красиво. Так, ну и что у нас дальше по плану? Ну давай сходим по этому квесту еще у Элли.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
И сейчас нам нужно сходить в ту самую страховую компанию, в которой мы уже были до этого, но я тогда не понимал, для чего она вообще нужна. И вот сейчас открывается то, что у нас там квест вообще-то.
This looks like the place. You ready to get my money or what?
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. I'm forbidden from accepting bribes, no matter how tempting. Very well. But just this once. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Так, еще уровень получил. Вообще отлично. Иди сюда, Элли, поболтаем.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Sure. You did my job, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Так, минус еще один квест. Хорошо. Немало опыта он, кстати, дал там почти 80, по-моему, тысяч суммарно. Фух, ну так, что у нас тут? Я думаю, надо вот это сделать и прокачать себя одним махом. Ой. А, ну да, все правильно. И у меня теперь огонь вообще, там все бафы увеличились, смотри, вдвое. Инженерия теперь 135, медицина 100. Вскрытие замков 88. взлом, если я сейчас возьму, значит, нашего доблестного викария, тут будет вообще тоже под 100. Убеждение, ложь, запугивание. Короче, можно просто уже ничего не качать после этого перка. Или как это назвать? Ну, короче, после активации умения этого. Так, что я тут еще хотел взять-то себе? Тут, понимаешь, вот эти перки все, но они такие. Что-то еще есть интересного. Абсолютно ничего. Давай вот твердую руку возьмем, нормально будет. Бонусы к стрельбе. И квестов у меня осталось немного. На самом деле всего один. Даже удивительно, если честно. Ну окей, значит, на следующем стриме мы первым делом тут наберем брони здесь. Нужно будет найти комплекты брони. Потом отправимся снова на Террору 2 в Византий. И будем решать там вопросы. У меня такое ощущение, что мы, в принципе, уже можем приближаться, что ли, к завершению игры. Хотя странно, там еще много планет не открыто. Скорее всего, это маловероятно, но тут уже какие-то такие сюжетные повороты происходят интересные. Ладно, спасибо тебе большое, что смотрел. Надеюсь, тебе нравится эта игра, как и мне. Ну и желаю тебе хорошо провести сегодняшний день, вечер. Увидимся скоро. Пока.